As we've been promising you, we have a new program that we're going to feature from time to time during the basketball season, and here is your host, Amber Tabeling.
That's right, Ken. Around the Table with Tabling features student athletes here at Missouri Valley College. I'm happy to introduce the first segment of Around the Table with Tabling. Hi, I'm Amber Tabeling, and I'm joined with Missouri Valley College quarterback Jake Bridges and wide receiver Wayne Grant. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so Wayne, you're from East St. Louis, Illinois, correct?
Yeah.
And then Jake, you're from Park Hills, Missouri.
Yeah.
Your majors are quite impressive. Mathematics and then computer system information. Jake, why did you choose mathematics?
It kind of sounds more deceiving than what it really is. To get my degree, it's mathematics, but it's really secondary education. When you go that route, you have to take whatever subject you're wanting to teach and take it to a more degree instead of elementary education or whatever.
Computer information system was like something I always liked as a child. Like computers, it was just always me. Like out of my family, they used to call me the nerd of the family because I was always on the computer, stuff like that. So I just really kept moving forward into it. And once Valley showed me that they offered it, it really brightened me up. So I really focused on it. And then with the programming, it's kind of difficult because a lot of people, when I do like programs in the library, they be thinking I be hacking into the school because all the little colors of the codes and all that. So it's a pretty cool major if you really like it.
Okay, so in the future, like you said, you wanted to work in high school. Is that right? Mathematics?
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel that as teachers, you have more of an impact on a student's life in a high school. I mean, obviously, the young kids, they look up to you, but really, for me personally, I had a lot of close connections with my high school teachers, and I still stay in touch with a lot of them now. And the maturity had a little bit to do with it. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like little kids. I love little kids, but I like to deal with more mature students, and I want to coach someday as well, preferably football and baseball if I had to choose.
And when a database manager, is that right? Can you
Yep.
even explain what that is? I have no idea. Like, I'm trying to
It's
think of.
basically like databases, like information and like software development. So it's like I will be over all that and helping people basically go out and get information to help their software. So like, for instance, like Warner Bros. So like I would be like a database manager. I would be helping them improve their software, improving with more the way that technology is going up in the world now. I will be like one of the main ones to help improve them, find people that know what they're doing to help them get more information into their system.
Wow. And you're only a redshirt freshman, right? So
Yes.
a sophomore in the class, and
Yep.
you already know all this. Pretty much self-taught, like you said.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's
A lot of people
awesome.
say that about my story because you don't really see it. Somebody coming out of East St. Louis really getting into all of the communication and computer because it's like not common. Most people would think I'd be a sports management major or something in the business, but I just want to be different for my family and everything like that. I just want to be different.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, Jake, you're a junior.
Correct.
Okay, so after this year, it's your senior year. Well, let's go from the back to the beginning. Why did you come to Valley? What was so good about Valley to you?
In all honesty, my initial thought out of high school, especially my junior and senior years, I was going to play baseball. A lot of people don't know that about me. And then kind of one day, it was actually after my senior season, it just got over. Blaze Holzer, which is no longer with us, he had moved on to a better coaching job down in, I think, Georgia, I want to say, at a D2 school. And he actually came down there and recruited myself and one of my linebackers that played with me. And he had a big influence. You know, he's a really well communicator. He was good at drawing me in and interested me. They ended up getting me a visit day in, I want to say January. It was actually a very cold visit day. It was actually 2 degrees that day. Had like 2 inches of snow on the way up.
Oh my gosh.
So it was kind of an unexpected route. And I got here and it just kind of made me feel like home.
What about you, Wayne?
Valley was great for me on my visit. Like I just felt the love because it was like basically my first offer, and I really liked it when I came up here. And I met a lot of coaches. I got recruited by Coach Hiller, who's not with us anymore, and I met the staff. I met some of the players on my visit, and it was like I just felt the love, like they were welcoming. And once I got here, it was just no holding bars back. I just loved it, and I'm just loving playing football for Valley. So
Hopefully the love is still there
Yeah.
for both of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're moving on. We've had some audience questions for you guys, so we got off social media. The first question is, what's been the biggest transition from high school to college football? Jake, if you want to start.
A lot of it's to do with speed. and to actually being able to read a defense. In high school, a lot of times they're very predictable. They show what coverage you're going to run. They show what kind of blitz they're coming. They show it early. They're a lot faster. They react a lot faster, so you have to make faster decisions. And obviously, the physicality is a lot more. So, I mean, it's a lot stronger. Kids are stronger. I mean, that's typical. I mean, you mature, your body's mature faster. You're in the weight room probably a lot more than what you were in high school.
What about you, Wayne?
The game of the speed is enhancing because everybody's moving faster. High school, it was a lot like people were mostly giving up if you get by them. Like now, if you can make a couple moves, but in college, they're coming. Like D-linemen, they're coming. You know, so you can't be dancing and doing all that like in high school. You have to really get what you can get and get down to protect yourself. And that's really taught me a lot because I've taken a lot of blows in high school, and to where I thought like, all right, I'll be cool. But blows in high school and college are totally different. You will literally get knocked out within one hit, and it's like, wow, like I really need to get out of bounds or get down. So you have to learn a lot from this game.
Okay, how was the recruiting process? Was it what you thought and it ended up being that, or was it more difficult?
For myself, the recruiting process was fairly smooth. Instead of trying to recruit me right away, he wanted to get to know me, which was very welcoming. And to him show interest in me outside of football and outside of sports and just get to know me and my family was very welcoming.
Well, my recruiting process, it was kind of different because I was at home playing the game, and I just got a call out of nowhere. And it was a 660 number, and I'm like, who is this? And I wasn't going to answer at all. I was just, and then once I picked up the phone, I just heard a voice like, hello, Wayne, this is Coach Hiller at Missouri Valley College. And I was like, what? I dropped my control and everything. And it was like, wow, I really just got a call out of nowhere. Like, it actually happens when people say you can get a call no matter what the situation is or no matter when. Just always be prepared. And he was telling me about the success here and how they would really love to have me there and talking about visits because it was basically like Jake said, welcoming. And it was just like home. It was like I had to get up there just to see what it was.
Jake, individual question for you. How would you rate this season compared to seasons in the past?
It was frustrating at times, and, you know, a lot of it, being a quarterback, I take a lot of the blame on me. I mean, that's the leader of the offense, the leader of the team a lot of the times. And in key situations, we got to get it done, and that's on my shoulders. And obviously, at the years past, our record wasn't as good as what it would have been. And really, the only thing we can do now is go up from here.
Okay, and Wayne, what have you learned from this season?
This season, I've learned how to stick together through wars because this season hasn't been easy at all. And there could have been times where I could have just said, forget it, and just quit as bad as the season was going down. But I'm going to make sure I'm that guy, the next man up. If my leader's down, I'm helping my team. So this year built a lot of character and a lot of chemistry with the guys to me.
Okay, and kind of on the same note, what will you guys focus on with spring ball coming up and then transitioning into the 2019 season?
Obviously, the first thing we got to do is get back in the weight room. Our physicality's got to get better. Our strength's got to get better. Speed, quickness, all that. And a lot of that starts in the weight room. A lot of that starts on the football field is just doing stuff on your own time. I think that's what a lot of us lack is not strength and speed, but a lot of it, people don't want to go outside of their bubble besides practice.
So what do you think what you should focus on? Like you said, individual, you have to do that. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, it's the spring ball is where it all is going to start. It's going to show who's really there ready for and who really needs to be uphill. Because most people are going to show like, this ain't it for me, or this ain't that. And it's going to show our leaders of our team going to be able to help each other up and bring this season and turn Valley back around the way it used to be.
All right, one last kind of fun question. You guys both watch NCAA football, I assume. One of the viewers wants to know, what college football team has the best chance of beating Alabama this year?
There isn't one.
There isn't one?
There's not one.
No?
I don't know. To me personally, watching college football, Bama's just kind of a cheat code right now. Years past, they've had some weak tendencies, but when they're healthy this year, and they've been healthy pretty much all year, the quarterback's kind of a little banged up right now. But looking at that defense, looking at the offense, the run game, the pass game, the coverage, the special teams, it's just they're just too talented across the board. And you have Nick Saban, one of the greatest college coaches of all time, as your head coach, and still doing what he does. And, I mean, they're averaging 40-plus points a game. Their margin of wins like 25-plus a game. And a team that was supposed to give them a game, LSU, was 29-0.
Yeah.
And that was the second-ranked team at the time, I believe, maybe third. They just don't have much margin of error. I mean, a team will have to play their best game, and Alabama will have to play their absolute worst game to even be a close game at this point.
So, Jake, absolutely no chance, no one. Wayne?
I like the University of Miami because I have a boy that's from East St. Louis that plays for them, number 4, Jeff Thomas. And so that's my team because I support him no matter what, and he supports me. But they're not even looking good right now, so I honestly just don't even see nobody competing with Alabama within the first half, honestly.
First half, even.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Nice to get to know you guys and dig a little deeper. Hope everyone else liked it as well. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Don't forget to tune in after Christmas break, January 10th, to see the second segment of Around the Table with Tabling, featuring Missouri Valley College volleyball players Haley Criswell and KK Sudemeyer. Back to you, Ken.
All right, thank you very much, Amber. We appreciate it. A great show, and enjoyed listening to those two young men, the quarterback, Jake Bridges, and, of course, Wayne Grant.